you guys, it's one thing to say, like, switch focus, move on to the next, turn the page. It's easier said than done. He said you guys really don't have time to kind of worry about what happened in the past. How do you kind of create that move on mentality?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you go back through, you watch the film, you see what you did wrong, see the things you need to work on, and then just focus on that for practice this week. And then you prepare for, your next opponent. So obviously fix the mistakes you made last week in this practice while preparing for your next opponent.
Blake, when you did go back and watch it, what stood out, both good and bad, about the game?
Personally or just overarching?
Just from the offensive line and for you personally.
Offensive line, it was just little technical errors that kind of, made big plays happen. So it was nothing glaring with the offensive line that was, terrible. It was nothing unfixable. It was just technical errors that just need to be corrected in practice. And then for me, same thing, just, technical stuff, being more precise with my hands, being better with my feet, and just, being more, I guess, situationally aware in terms of, how the guys are going to rush, if it's a, shorter third down or a longer third down, just that sort of thing.
What's the mood like right now?
Obviously, a loss sucks, and especially a loss at home sucks, but I feel like people have done a good job kind of using that to fuel them and have a great practice, or a great week of preparation this week. So, the mood on Monday was definitely, sad at first, but then we got out on the practice field and everyone was, I wouldn't say excited, but motivated to go out and have the best practice they've had all year.
Is it comparable to how things felt after Notre Dame, or is this one different because it was that in-state rivalry? It was the last one at home for these seniors. It was the home winning. I mean, there were so many other things that this loss encapsulated.
Obviously, we go into every week with the mentality that we need to have our best week of practice. Every day needs to be the best day of practice you've ever had. So, week to week, it's just you always need to do your best. You always need to improve. You need to be the best version of yourself that you've ever been on that day of practice.
What do you see from UNC?
Obviously, they're a very talented team. Their offense is explosive and their defense is good. They have some defensive ends who are very good. They have some D tackles who are really good. So, we need to be on our A game if we want to go out there and be able to show who we really are and show the team we're capable of being. We need to, cut out errors that we've made and be all there technically.
Obviously, you talked about moving on and being motivated, not the outing you guys wanted from the passing front last week. Describe what this group has been talking about in the early week to sort of get that going, DJ, the receivers, and just the whole crew to mesh and be on the same page this week.
Well, everyone has to do our job, whether that be the offensive line, the receivers, quarterback, anything, everyone needs to do their job because there's been plays anyway, or like any guy has messed up and it's cost the team. So whether it be, plays there and I mess up and DJ can't make the throw he needs to because he's under pressure, that sort of thing. So it's everyone needs to come together. Everyone needs to be the best player that they can be, and everyone needs to do their best if we want to be successful and have that meshing as an offense.
Was there defensive line one of the better ones y'all faced, or do you feel like y'all just didn't play well at times?
No, their defensive line definitely was very stout. They had some dudes inside who were very big guys, hard to move. And then they also could move when it came in the pass rush, too. They were very shifty. And then on the edge, obviously, the guy they had was very stout, very big, hard to move in the run. And then he definitely had some power and he had some moves in the pass. So, their defensive line was very good.
Did you feel like y'all ran the ball the way you were hoping to for the most part?
I feel like no matter what, there's always room for improvement. So, yeah, we ran the ball for 200 and however many yards, but there's always room for improvement. You want to go out there and run it for as many yards as you want to. You want to be able to call whatever play you want, and they can't stop it. So there's always room for improvement.
What's it like playing for an ACC championship, this preparation, as you guys, you have the benefit of looking forward to another game when a lot of teams are just kind of waiting to hear their fate right now?
Yeah, it's great. That was definitely a message from Coach Sweeney about, some teams right now, if they lost, they just had to sit and wallow in it for however many weeks until they play their bowl game. But for us, we have a chance to go out there and redeem ourselves and go play for an ACC championship, which only 2 teams a year can play for. So, it's a very, very, very grateful to have the opportunity to go out and prove ourselves and redeem ourselves.
Coach, go ahead. Okay, Coach said that offensive line is one of the best units of the team. What's it like working with a guy like Mitchell Hayes, who came in, plugged in for?
Well, you know what? Mitchell in practice has always been a guy who can rotate in anywhere, and Mitchell's always been an incredibly hard worker in practice. And the way that he, sees the game, and he takes notes from players like Jordan, players like Walker, people like that who are experienced, have played the game before. And the way that he, I guess, attacks practice and attacks preparation is very, very admirable. He's a very hardworking guy. He's one of my best friends, and, you know, I think that he's one of the hardest workers I know, so.
You talk about taking notes. What notes have you taken on Jordan McFadden this year? What kind of resources have you taken?
The one thing I looked at with him is, you know, the way that he is very precise with the way that he plays, and then he's precise getting into the fit, and then his physicality once he gets into the fit is incredible. So his precision without being out of control, but then his physicality while still being under control and being able to, you know, physically dominate guys is incredible to me. And just little things too, just the way he uses his hands in pass pro versus run, things like that. You know, those are just things that you can sit and watch him, and things that you can help yourself with.
Dabo said that DJ didn't lose this game. He wasn't the reason. There was drops. From your vantage point as being on the offensive line, what are the keys to sort of this offensive unit from a passing threat taking off on Saturday?
Like I said earlier, you know, everyone, whether that be receivers, whether that be, you know, the running backs in protection, whether that be the offensive line, giving him enough time, you know, giving him a clear window to throw to, that sort of thing. It's everyone coming together and doing their job to the best of their ability. So everyone just needs to be the best version of themselves and play the best game they've ever played if we want to be successful, whether it be passing or running the ball. Everyone just needs to come together and be the best they can be.
I guess if you were to compare Blake Miller in the first game against Georgia Tech to Blake Miller now, I mean, what ways have you improved? What ways are you different? Do you think?
I'd like to think I play a bit more under control, like into the fit, like I was saying with Jordan. Like he plays under control, into the fit, and then physical once he gets into it. I felt like when I came in, I was a little out of control getting into the fit, and I just wanted to go a million miles an hour and hit someone. Now I've kind of controlled that a little bit, get into the fit, and then I can go a million miles an hour and try and, you know, drive someone in the ground.
Any questions for Blake from Zoom? Anybody else in the room? All right, appreciate it, Blake. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Next up.